This next story is important for all parents to watch, no matter how old your child is. It's about a mother whose son suffered from an illness that few people want to talk about.
But in many cases, silence can be deadly. Meg Ferris shows us how she channeled her grief into action.
When people think about Brett Duson, they remember a special young man full of life who brought joy to others. Brett was the guy who loved to sing in the shower, have friends and family over for a barbecue. He was accomplished with a master's in business, started his own landscaping business, and only in his mid-20s landed a job at ExxonMobil. He also had fun hobbies like cooking to entertain others, playing music, wrestling alligators, and as a minister, performing wedding vows.
He embodied life and he embodied everyone. He never met a stranger.
But all that came to an end 4 years ago when his mom, Lisa, got a phone call from a family friend. It was the worst night of her life.
And he says, "I hate to have to call you with this, but Brett is dead." And all I could do was scream.
As the sun rose over Lake Pontchartrain, Brett took his life with a gun on the lakefront. The final note was in the sketch pad of his drawings.
He said that he lived a life that thousands would die for. And when I think about it, I think, yes, you did.
No friend or family member saw signs. Lisa wonders, did she miss one? In school, Brett's attention deficit was controlled by a prescription medication. But in his note, he said he was tired of fighting what was going on in his head. Lisa knows suicide comes from a brain disorder.
So if you have heart disease, there's no stigma. Why is there a stigma attached to this?
But it was another note she was handed at Brett's funeral that made this retired school teacher step far beyond her comfort zone.
That said, if you do nothing, then this is a waste. And that kept gnawing in the back of my mind after he died.
8 months later, she started the Brett Thomas Duson Foundation. Its logo in tie-dye, Brett's favorite. She raises funds for mental illness awareness and suicide prevention programs.
I do that because I've got to keep this going for him. Not a day goes by that I don't think of him, that I don't look to him for inspiration. Honestly, I wanted to die myself when he died.
But she knew her big family needed her, as well as his friends who remember the anniversary of his death with tie-dyed flowers.
And when I think about Brett, I try to feel grateful that I had Brett in my life for 26 years.
Meg Ferris, Eyewitness News, Medical Watch.
And you can help the Brett Thomas Duson Foundation by going to a fundraising party and a golf tournament this Friday in City Park. To send a donation or to register for the event, just go to our website, WWLTV.com.